more or less back to regular programming. Kaninang hapon nag-live po kasi kami exclusive sa TikTok to help us organize our thoughts, yung mga ganun ba, kasamahan. In the meantime, 'di ba? Maybe we can start off with, saan tayo magsa-start? We have 3 topics for today. The recently released Pulse Asia survey, coming on the heels of the social weather station survey where the president registered -3. Our second topic is, of course, the continuing saga of the Cabral files and of Yusek Cabral herself. And siguro dagdagan natin ng konting chismax. Okay? So, is everybody okay? I hope everybody's fine today. It's early evening. Every day will be progressively earlier and earlier sa pag-live natin para makabalik tayo dun sa dati nating oras. I'm still having difficulty adjusting to Philippine time, but maybe we'll see where this goes. All right. Where do we start? Ano ba tayo ngayon? Perhaps we should start with the ratings. Okay? Naglabas po ngayong araw na ito, or well, we saw today, yung bagong Pulse Asia survey. As it turns out, dun sa interview ni Presidente where he was asked about his -3 ratings, nagkamali yata yung reporter. The survey was SWS and not Pulse Asia. Ngayon po yung Pulse Asia. Which is funny because nung sa interview, I think it was the president was giving a briefing to Malacanang press corps. He was asked about his reaction sa -3 ratings niya. Tinanong ni Presidente, sino yung nag-rating sa Pulse Asia? And then he gives this smile. Parang may alam siya. Tapos, wait for the next one. We know what the smile was about. He didn't know anything because the president rarely knows anything. He gave that smile because he was buying time. Hindi niya alam kung anong i-react niya. So, ngumiti siya. Para kunwari, matalinhaga yung mukha ko, pero actually, I'm panicking inside and I don't know what to say. So, meanwhile, I'll give this knowing smile para isipin nila, I know what everybody is talking about, but right now, I have no idea. So that's what the president was doing. And instead of coming up with something, well, we'll have a look first at what is causing this, if it's true. And tomorrow we'll give a briefing on why the ratings are that way and why we are not worried. Something like that. Diba? Instead, he gives this knowing smile and then says, wait for the next one. Hintayin natin. You don't base your information on one survey. Imperfect information makes for imperfect decisions. Ay, talaga lang, sir. Ha? You're starting to sound almost intelligent. Unfortunately, we know what you're doing. You're buying time. You don't know how to react because you've never gotten a briefing. We haven't gotten a briefing because either you're ignoring your own people or your own people are so incompetent they don't know how to brief you. Either way, sayang pera ng bayan sa mga ginagawa ninyo. You can't even conduct a press briefing with sufficient information for the people to be guided in the coming days. Oh well. Hindi na naman mataas ang expectations natin sa Pangulo at the moment. Well, I am hoping, but hope is not a strategy, that he will wake up one day and realize, wait, I really got to do something about the country. Kailangan meron accomplishment ako, but that's not happening right now. So bago tayo magpatuloy, huwag pong kakalimutan, like, share, follow, and subscribe. Lalong-lalo na TikTok, maraming salamat po. May mga early gifters tayo. Please take note of our gift goals and tap as a way of showing your likes. Thank you very much kay Lady Amara, kay Mayor. Hi, Mayor, nandito ka. Kay Joseph, kay Lady Amara uli, maraming salamat. And hi, Kuya. Good evening, Lady Amara. Good morning, Ian Paul. Hi, maraming salamat. Hi kay Irvin. Okay. Dali lang, tingnan natin kung meron tayong Ayun, we do have a flare. Yeah. So, let's get to it. Oh, yes, Ma'am Chato. But can we discuss that later? Tapusin lang po natin muna yung topic natin on the survey. Ganda yung sinasabi nyo, Ma'am. I love it. Magaling pa si Ma'am Chato mag-frame ng kanyang comment. All right. So what does Pulse Asia say? In NCR, well, on average, let's see, yun. On average, the president's approval rating Performance rating and pagka-approval. Approval rating is at 34. And the Vice President is at 56. Madali lang po, hinisipon pa rin. It's embarrassing kasi to blow my nose in front of you. So, okay. The President's overall approval rating on his performance is at 34%, while the Vice President's is at 56%. O, diba? Undecided. 18% for the President, ibig sabihin, sigurado sila. Si Vice President Sara Duterte, undecideds are at 20%. We'll talk about why there are undecideds. President Marcos, on his disapproval ratings, it's at 4, tumataginting, na 48%, Vice President at 24%. Since his disapproval ratings on his performance are higher than the approval ratings, negative siya. So it's 34 minus 48%. He comes in at a negative 15, kung di po ako nagkakamali. Wait. 34 minus 48. 14. Oh, sorry, 16 yata. Negative, diba? Funny this guy. Vice President Inday is still at positive ratings. Ang ano niya, so she comes in at, wala nakalagay dito. Hindi sila nagsasubtract eh. But this practice of balance ratings, meaning net ratings, meaning disapproval or approval minus disapproval, ako hindi talaga ako nag-subscribe sa ganyan. You look at approval, you look at disapproval, okay lang yun. Because if you subtract, you're counting disapproval twice. At least that was the discussion we had before in Karambola. Gayon pa man, since everybody's talking about the net ratings, well then, sige, let's go with that. Now, here's what's interesting. In approval ratings, normally, the president is strong in Metro Manila. NCR, normally strong siya. But his NCR reflects almost the national average at 32. VP Inday, on the other hand, her approval ratings in NCR, we're talking Metro Manila here. We're talking where traditionally she doesn't measure up. Kumbaga, normally mababa ang Duterte's, in Metro Manila, but VP Inday Sara comes in at a whopping 44% in NCR. Oh, not bad. Thank you, kay Rans Boons. Okay. So, and her disapproval in NCR is at 36. So, of course, the approval rating of VP Inday in Luzon is lower at 35% as compared to the president's 51%. But we're talking about balanced Luzon, and that includes his bailiwick of Ilocos Norte. Visayas, on the other hand, the president comes in at 25 approval rating, whereas VP Inday comes in at a whopping 68. And in Mindanao, the president registers a measly 7% approval, while the vice president comes in at 95%. This is her bailiwick. Now, what does this say about the president? It says that the president's bailiwick, in the president's own bailiwick of Ilocos Norte or Unbalanced Luzon, he comes in only at 51, while the vice president's bailiwick in Mindanao, she comes in at 95. Partida yan, mas maraming tao sa Mindanao, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, interesting, no? Now, let's talk about trust ratings. But this is what Pulse Asia also says. Overall, 47% of Filipino adults distrust the president. Trust in the latter is more pronounced than indecision. Ibig sabihin, people are sure they don't trust him. There are more people who are sure about not trusting him than those people who are willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. In the meantime, for the vice president, she's trusted by most adults in the country, coming in at 54%. The latter has around the same indecision and distrust figures, 22 versus 24. The president is at 24 sa indecisiveness. With the vice president, it's 22. There are no significant differences from September and December 2025 trustworthy ratings of these government officials. Awareness and trust rating. Okay? Big trust on the president. Trust na tayo, hindi na tayo performance. Ha? Trust is at 32% for the president and 54%. Ito pala yung binasa ko. And 54% for the vice president overall. Majority trust ratings kay VP, 67% in the Visayas, 96% in Mindanao. Di malayo from performance ratings, di ba? Hi. So it's really ironic that the president challenged the media with regard dun sa kanyang sa kanyang ratings at sinabi pa niya, "Intayin natin yung bago," with a knowing smile. Apparently, the president is very good at giving knowing smiles without actually knowing anything. But this also gives us pause, ha? If marami sa Metro Manila are already distrusting the president. So NCR, let's look at NCR. Distrust for the president, 50. Distrust for the vice president, 37. So NCR's trust for the president is at 31 and trust for the vice president is at 44. Oh, bakit kaya? And how does this redound to the rallies? Ibig sabihin, in theory, in NCR, marami dapat ang ma-attend ng rallies, but many don't. And why? We're going to have to look later on and investigate why people aren't really going to the rallies. Maybe it's true that it's about social media. Oh, Caloocan daw, sabi ni Herbert, manufactures here sa Kabukiran District, Caloocan, Duterte. Nice. It's very good. I hope that everybody can start identifying their areas. So kung yung mga areas ninyo kailangan pa ng mas maraming persuasion para mas marami ang bumoto kay VP Inday sa 2028, then let's start doing so. This is something positive we can do for our country. Hindi pwedeng identify ang mga Marcos ng kanilang kandidato and then they will try to win by hook or by crook, and normally it's by crook. So, abangan natin yon. Sabi ni Florian, akala siguro niya na yung rating is like yung grading ng ibang college. 1 is very good and 5 is failing. Nag-UP ba si Presidente? Parang hindi naman. Thank you kay Wax. Happy New Year kay JAT. Uy, maraming salamat kay Rans Boons for all the chicken that you sent. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Interesting. Pampanga, sabi ni Iron Man, all my family, solid Duterte. Nice. Let's keep it rolling then. Sabi ni Cloud, I've asked people in NCR, a lot of them support PRD and their security guards, supermarket cashiers, promodizers, clerks, and the ones who can't leave their shifting jobs and join the rallies. That might be it. Right? Chinga ko sa dali lang. It's really my cold. Moral of the lesson, if you can't sneeze, blows your nose. Sabi ni Ma'am Tina, knowing smile without knowing anything comes second to my gums and noses in Attorney Isim's list. I hope you're keeping a list, Mama, because gusto ko sana sa year-ender natin. Ilabas niyo po yung list na yan. On our year-end, on the new year, I really would like to hear from you ano yung mga favorite lines or favorite na sinabi natin dito sa Luminous. Whether it's from me or from others who participate here, TikTokers, kasama po kayo. Okay. And TikTokers, may dalawa tayong bagong videos for the day. I hope you check it out. Sabi ni Ma'am Karen, ang sabi ni B, may iba pang surveys dyan. Wah, -3, -15, -14. May utang pa. Kailangan niya maging Diyos to create Pinoy to equate 0. Sarcasm lang, hagalpak ang DDS. Buti sana kung hair follicle drug test ang negative. Buong angkan, bumatak ngayon. Nakakatawa nga yung post ng Batas, Batas Pilipinas or something like that. He posted a picture of the first family pulling the cord to raise the flag in Luneta, and sabi niya lakas bumatak ng pamilya or something like that. Very, very interesting coming from Batas. Sabi ni Ma'am Karen, buti sana kayo naman, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, B. Isabog ang ratings mo down to Canal of Flooded Areas. Nakagagawan mo din. Kota ka na sa kahihiyan. Bravo, VP. Effortless pa yan at tahimik lang. Sinong Chucky ngayon, ante? From Negros na NPA, infiltrated dati? Sabi ni Ma'am Karen. Hi kay Benj McNabb. Sabi niya, glad I was able to make Habol this live this morning. Turning Happy New Year. They're all here. Are you in the great American Southwest? Tinanong ni Jaime, andun pa po ba kayo sa Karambola? Nope. Remember, the First Lady asked, requested, I think, that's the word, to have me leave. I wonder what she'll do with Billionario. Sabi ni Flora, nire-review daw ni BBM yung 2026 budget, just like nung ni-review niya yung 2025 budget. Babasahin daw niya every single page the way he did in the 2025 budget. Pero ang dami pa rin nakalusot. I wonder, was he reading or was he sleepwalking? Okay. So, ano ang major concerns according to Pulse Asia? The most urgent national concerns are number 1, controlling inflation, number 2, fighting graft and corruption in government, which would explain the negative ratings, increasing the pay of workers, reducing poverty, and creating more jobs. Coming in at number 6 is fighting criminality, fighting widespread sale and use of illegal drugs, enforcing the law on all, whether influential or ordinary people. And coming in at number 9 is stopping the destruction and abuse of our environment and promoting peace in the country is number 10. So the top 5 are inflation, graft and corruption, increasing the pay of workers, reducing poverty, and creating more jobs. So the concerns are primarily economic, with inflation coming in at number 1. But here's the question. What is the current inflation rate for the Philippines? It's 1.5. So when Filipinos talk about inflation rates in these surveys, they're not talking about the actual inflation rates because we're at 1.5 and coming very, very closer to stagflation or stagnation in our economy. What they're actually saying is controlling the rampant increases in basic commodities such as but not limited to food. And coming January, kasama na din po ang water. Yikes. Diba? So that's really what they're saying. It isn't about the actual inflation rate because it's coming in at 1.5. But what they're saying is that prices are so high, these are our major concern. Fighting graft in government, number 2. I'm not surprised by this number 2 rating because it's coming in at 48, 59 yung controlling inflation. What does this mean? Ramdam na ng mga tao ang paghihirap nila. Ramdam na ng ordinaryong mamamayan na hindi na sila makahabol sa pagtaas ng presyo ng mga bilihin, lalong-lalo na sa mga basics tulad ng pagkain, tulad ng bigas. Bumaba ba presyo ng bigas? Can you check? Ako, tingin ko, hindi pa rin. Yan pa rin yun. Hindi masyadong gumagalaw. Why? May ginawa ba ang Pangulo to bring it down? Meron bang ginagawa tungkol sa mga smugglers? Meron bang ginagawa tungkol dun sa napakataas na na tong na hinihingi di umano ng supposedly miyembro ng kanyang pamilya. Sa laki ng tong na hinihingi sa mga importers ng pagkain, hindi nagiging mura ang mga imports natin. So pag binibenta sa merkado, mahal na nga yung locally produced dahil mahal ang input prices, 'di ba? Mahal ang pataba, mahal ang pag-transport, mahal ang patong ng mga middlemen for the locally grown agricultural goods or locally manufactured goods. Whereas yung mga imports, dapat mas mura yung mga yan because they're more efficiently produced in other countries, nagiging mahal pa rin sa taas ng tong na ipinapatong sa presyo ng mga importers. Nakakaloka. O di ba? Ika nga nila, sobra na. Wala silang ginawa. Matagal ng issue itong controlling inflation o yung control ng pagtataas ng presyo ng basic commodities. Pero may narinig po ba kayo na parang may ginagawa sila para mapababa naman? Wala. Sabi ni Showmeet na tapos ang 2025 na Duterte lang ang napakulong na big time kurakot. Backhanded compliment, ba't ka nandito? Yeah? I wonder. Parang lumalabas na pakulong big time. Bakit? Ay, na-judge mo na siya? Ba, ang galing mo magpa-appoint ka muna na hurado bago ka magsabi na si Duterte ay big time kurakot. Wala kang mapapakita na ebidensya dyan. And you know what? Diba? Criminal liability, that's personal. So you can't say na ang daming kurakot sa gobyerno ni Duterte, which isn't even true. Meron, pero hindi ganun kadami, unlike the BBM administration. Pero you have to prove his personal criminal liability. So what you're saying right now is, tapos in 2025, big time kurakot si Duterte lang napakulong. He wasn't even jailed for that. Yung suspicion on him are crimes against humanity. Nobody is talking about corruption in the Duterte administration, in the ICC, and not even in Europe. So, I like it that you tried to be subtle about it. But unfortunately, kitang-kita ka pa rin padating pa lang. Sabi ni LDZ, favorite line and how you say it, sus Mario Josep. Okay. Sabi ni Amsedel, papagawa na si BBM ng sarili niyang pa-survey para makabawi. Paano yan? Kung sunod-sunod na survey, mababa ang trust and approval rating sa kanya. One single survey will no longer make a difference. Sabi ni Showmeet, umamin na siya na may corruption sa flood control and DPWH. Flood control wasn't an issue in the Duterte administration. Sinong kinakausap mo dyan? And why are you trying to make up your data? Huwag kang mag-imbento ng data, wala kang makukumbinsi dito. Sa totoo lang. It wasn't an issue in the Duterte administration. Build was primarily on transportation. So it was roads, bridges, airports, seaports, all of these things. Basa-basa din naman when there's time. And yes, mapagpatol kami dito. But you only get a few remarks in because very clearly what you're doing is you're jumping from one argument to another. Hindi mo pa rin talaga ma-justify ang original statement mo, and changing your argument isn't going to get you there. Sabi ni Cabdan, I see a downtrend with the trust and approval survey and I wonder why the administration is not taking this seriously. Ako, I don't wonder. They don't intend to take anything seriously when it comes to the public interest. The only thing they're trying to take seriously is how they're going to win in 2028. So nakakoncentrate lahat ng kanilang efforts dyan. In fact, kahit itong flood control or corruption issues, they're trying to lay it on the doorstep of the Dutertes like the troll is doing here. Kaninong congressman ka nakatoka, Yung 15,000 mo. Revealed na po yan ni Kong Leviste. Okay. So back to why they're not taking this seriously. They're only taking one thing and one thing alone seriously, how they're going to stay in power. They failed in People's Initiative in early, 2023 pa lang, umang na sila dun sa People's Initiative, kitang-kita naman. And in the meantime, what's going on? They don't care. Diba? They don't care at all. Dali lang nga, nakalimutan ko yung banner natin. So, let me just put it in here. Sorry about this. And go. Okay. Show. Yan. Okay. Back to our spiel, so to speak. Sabi ni Jaime, good Don, kumakalat po ngayon, kindly verify Kong J. Hindi po talaga. So, yung kumakalat, it started out, I understand, as a joke. So, may mga naniwala or may mga nag-hope, but so, thank you very much, kay Benj, for reminding me that I have to put my glasses back on. So, maraming nag-hope that the chismis or the joke is true, unfortunately. It is not true. Huwag niyo pong ipakalat, yung supposed, alleged, reported, or chismis death. Okay? It's not true. Hang on. Cold break. And the good news is, I'm not congested, and therefore, supposedly gumagaling na ako about this. So, can we move on from the survey ratings? Sabi ni Mark Lester, -3 trust rating, lame duck in its finest, solid talaga pag batak. Buti sana kung batak sa trabaho bilang presidente, batak sila para lang pabagsakin si VPISD. That's correct. Do you hear of any activities where they're actually addressing national issues or the public interest, such as, but not limited to, what are they doing about food? You know, the president did, right? All he did was set up Kadiwa para may alternate na magbebenta ng murang bigas. Did he try to address the issues of corruption in customs? Did he try to address the issue of high input prices for local farmers? Wala. So, funny, no? Tapos nag-expect sila. But I think the president is no longer expecting any change in his ratings. He knows that it's in free fall. But he doesn't care about doing anything about it. You're expecting him to do something for the public. He will do something for himself. He will do something for their interest. He will do something for their own good. But unfortunately, that good is not cutting it. Thank you kay Benj McNabs for almost one half of our gift goals. Mababa ang sinet ko na gift goals. So thank you very, very much. Sana ba tayo sa ating gift goals? Oh, nice. Sabi ni Rans, kiss of death na yan si V sa 2028. Yes, and that, at least, is worth laughing about. The president laughs at really odd moments when talking about his father's corruption. When being interviewed about his father's corruption, and murderous regime. Naks, nakalimutan niyo na yun pala yung sinasabi tungkol sa father niya. And by the way, if you meet a troll, just as kumbaga, as an aside, if you meet a troll saying walang pinakulong si Duterte, that's not true. Two of his fraternity brothers tried to extort when they were with the Bureau of Immigration, and yun ang unang-unang napakulong. Hindi lang sila na plunder because binawasan nila yung in-extort nila. But they were the first to be jailed, and they're going to be away for quite some time. Sabi ni Ma'am Karen, Inday is a Gemini at alam ko may ibang di naniniwala pero it is a Gemini's year. Gandang salubong kay Inday. Congrats to the VP. I am sure tuwang-tuwa si tatay pero duda talaga ako dyan sa pinag-aaralan na naman ni B ang 2026 budget. I've never known a Filipino as shameless as B. Walang sinabi si Judas at Hitler. Minushe pa rin ang pinakapaborito kong attorneys. Maraming salamat. Holy cow. Okay. Ivan says, na-break ni BBM ang record kasi nag--3 na siya. Pero dito sa Europe, -1 pa lang. Ang taray! Well said, well said. Pero in the current Pulse Asia ratings, ang trust niya is at -14. Okay? Sir Teddy, can you ask me that later on pagka naka-move on na tayo sa mga issues? It's a good question and I want to tackle that. But could you repeat it later on? Naku, pasensya na ha. Para tuloy-tuloy tayo sa mga topics and then later on, it will be free for all questions. Okay? Thank you kay Rance for the fried chicken. Hi, Miss Zenaida, sabi niya. Hi, Tony Tix, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Perfect subject. What's the latest, di ba? Hi, Kay Herbert. Ask anyone po about BBM. They will surely hang up thinking what is or how is BBM had done with the PH. Yan, sabi ni Amsidel, pakiusap sa ibang Duterte supporters, iwatsan na natin magpakalat ng fake news kasi humihila pa baba sa sinusuportahan natin imbis na makatulong. That's true. Sabi ni Brian, both único hijos of ex-presidents are failures with a weird habit of laughing whenever confronted with tough questions. Pinoy equals PBM. That's a good observation, sir. Tama po kayo dyan. Hi, kay Miss Gisando, maraming salamat. Kay, several times. Thank you very much. We really appreciate the support of our TikTokers dito sa ating mga live. Maraming salamat po sa inyo, ha? Sa tuloy-tuloy na pagsuporta. Actually, it's when you support us this way that we have the resources to make time for vlogging. I love vlogging. I do. And sa totoo lang, if I didn't have other work, I would do it more often. I'd have more videos, for example, but this is what we can do for the moment, and I thank you very much for your continued support in this. Why are they showing her public wake? Sino? Nag-announce na ba ang family ni Cabral? Wala po akong nakikitang sa news about a wake to be held by the family. Yan. Wala pa. The specific wake details have not been publicly announced. The DPWH has urged the public to respect the family's need for privacy during their mourning. So, wala po. Not showing. Well, alam nyo naman. Well, the family, normally, in cases like this where the deaths are very controversial, they know that by announcing the wake details, there will be a lot of just curious people coming in who probably don't even know the decedent. Except through the news. So they're going to try to avoid that. And, I can't blame them. Sabi ni Herbert, well, ako naman mga boss, itong luminous po ang standard ko ng truth. Salamat po. Naku, maraming salamat po. So, again, thank you very much. Yung mga ganito, they help keep us going, kumbaga. Siyempre, other activities have more economic value, but this one, it has sanity value for me. both ends of the sanity spectrum, ha. Minsan nababaliw ako sa dami ng mga ng mga nega, but then I take a step back and then I realized that it's an effect of what's going on. Alam niyo kung bakit, I'm more affirmative now, I'm more positive, hindi ako masyadong nasa-stress during the live sessions. It's because nung nilabas ni Congressman Leviste yung additional something like 30 million per congressman, yung additional na 10 billion na basta na lang binigay without debate, without transparency, nilagay sa mga MOOE ng mga congressmen. He revealed that yung mga nakalaan para sa 10 to 100 consultants of each congressman, yun po yung mga keyboard warriors, quote unquote. Ito yung mga trolls and troll farms nila. Government spends millions on it. So that means those people who are coming in to try to make us lose our temper, yun ang binabayaran. In fairness, they get bang for their buck. Sabi nito, kaya pala batak na batak si Junior kasi dun siya lumaki sa Batak, Ilocos Norte. Funny! But not true. Di siya dun lumaki. Kung di ako nagkakamali, San Juan, di ba? That's why he went to LaSalle for part of grade school and part of high school before he was sent abroad. Okay? So, hi kay Skidmark. And thank you very much kay DCJ, who looks like he's a dentist because he's a tooth in his name. And again, thank you kay Miss Gisando. Nagdagdag pa siya. Maraming salamat po, ma'am. Taray, Okay, game. So, the good news is, VP Inday Sara, trust and approval ratings holding steady, BBM going down. Nako. And there are less and less people who are undecided, at least with regard dito sa data that has been presented by Pulse Asia. This is very interesting. It means people are starting to take sides. And lo and behold, a lot of them are taking our side. So funny, these trolls. It might be na kaya sila very nega, kaya sila very angry is because they're failing in their jobs. And they're failing in their jobs because they have no weapons. It is communications war, let's face it. And the persons who are most persuasive, they're the ones who win. The persons who are logical, the persons who can appeal to their audience, yun ang mga nananalo. Yun ang nananalo ng mga argumento ng mga debate that are online, particularly the debates on who are the best candidates or the persons we should put in position for 2028. That's the conversation. And that's why so much criticism is online about this administration. It's because, well, garbage in, garbage out. What are people going to think? May nakikita ba tayong mga bagong roads and bridges that this president actually put in? Nakailan siya? Isa? As compared to build in the previous administration, ay nako. It's not even a contest. It's very, very sad. Sabi ni Ma'am Karen, vlogging live ka naman talaga tumatak, attorney, kasi it showcase pagiging articulate mo and well-versed sa topic na pinag-uusapan, leading netizens to criticize a government better. Tama yan, to criticize better. I like that. Ika nga, tamang pagpapasya, kahit na maraming away-away dyan na nagaganap, this is your strength and I hope you won't stop, retired or not, because we need you desperately in our busy kayod lives. Oy. Sabi ni Herbert, any issue po, kasi bukod kina Crisette, Joey, and every person whom I followed kasi po, they were real, yes, but pagdating po sa mga legal, luminous po ang babalikan. Though mahal ko po kayong lahat. And I like that. Thank you very much for that. The compliment sticks because it doesn't come at the expense of somebody else. Yeah? Lalong-lalo na yung iba nating mga kasamahan. Again, Miss Gisando, maraming salamat po for all your support. May Martina says, yung mga undecided ay yung mga dating kakamping nalito sa stand ng mga leaders nila. Actually, that's a good observation. It is quite possible na there are those who are undecided. And ang tingin ko, some of them are already on the Marcos camp because they cannot be persuaded to unhate the vice president whom they have been taught to hate all these years. It might be difficult convincing them, but in view of the two contrasting personalities between the president and the vice president and what the vice president's calendar looks like, she's always out there, she's always working, even if her only real job or real obligation under the Constitution is to wait for the president to become incapacitated. And yes, there is a debate as to whether or not he is already incapacitated, but beyond that, that's her job, and yet she's out there. She's with the people, she's planting trees, she's visiting, she's saying hi to everybody. This is work. The president, you can't even convince him to be out there. The problem with the president is he does not understand that he is also a political leader and not just the president. As president, he can choose to work or not to work because that's his human side there. And his personality is showing. But as a political leader, he should maintain high ratings. He should maintain credibility because if he intends to garner enough goodwill to save himself in the next administration, he has to at least try. But that's something he hasn't been doing. He has not shown any leadership, particularly his political leadership. That's why Martin Romualdez succeeded so well pagdating dito sa pambabalahura ng budget natin. That's why Martin Romualdez na mayagpag talaga in the first 3 years because BBM did not want to take up the leadership or he did not want to show his leadership in the political arena. Diba? President Duterte, he never forgot that he was a politician. And I know this because he actually repeated that to me several times in interviews as well as yung privately, pag nagchichikahan kami, tinanong ko talaga siya, sir, you're the only person who actually said na may pera naman gawin natin yan. Sabi niya, I may be president, but I'm also a politician. And I understand that the people understand success, achievement. Hindi mo na kailangan mangampanya kung marami kang achievements. Kung mas marami ka pang kontrobersiya kaysa sa achievements, ayan, what can you do? Magtataka pa ba sila sa mga negative ratings? Ay, sorry po, sabi ni Ma'am Karen. Partially lang ako na-convince kay Inday to write B in the ballot. It was your interview sa Luminous na nakumbinsi at nagtataka ako ngayon sa pagiging out of touch niyang yan. Paano niya nasagot yung mga tanong mo dati kung ganyang utak niya ngayon? Funny, it was just a few years ago, but he's a masterpiece in the worst nga lang. In the worst nga lang. Ay, true. Well, he was, praktisado siya because it was campaign period. And to be fair kay BBM, he was a good candidate. Not a good leader, not a good president, certainly not a good human being, but as a campaigner, as a person who campaigned for himself, ay, nakumbinsi niya tayo budol nga eh. Sabi ni Don't Dream It's Over, wala naman po kasing plano si BBM, parang tambay lang, tapos puro bisyo lang ang alam. You know, I don't blame you because yes, that seems to be the observation of many people. Ang problema lies with BBM. He knows people are talking negatively about him. His trust and approval ratings are in free fall. I didn't know you could get lower than 0, but there we are. Here we are. Diba? We thank you, Kfir. So, he's not doing anything. I mean, seriously, what are his plans? Maybe we should start thinking, why is the president not worried about the free fall in his ratings? What does he have planned? If he doesn't care, should we start looking at elections? Should we start the impeachment of the COMELEC commission, COMELEC chairman? Kasi it doesn't really make sense na parang banjing siya. And he lost his greatest ally, Martin Romualdez, in the House. Speaker Bonji D seems to be a little bit more independent but a lot less politic. Meaning, nagrereklamo yung mga congressmen kasi na medyo distant siya. Hindi na parang isang malaking barkada yung House. Hindi na, wala nang ganon. Which I think is actually an improvement for us. Thank you kay Zaldi99, not ko. Sabi ni Ma'am Tina, tama, social na tambay. Sabi ni Herbert, Huajian Bridge po, attorney, ginawa ng China as highest and longest span suspension bridge. Late na po ako siguro, pero po tayo hinaharap pa kung sino yung may kasalanan, bakit bumagsak. Malapit na po ako magmura. Ngek. Sabi ni Trendell, oops, there. Mag-worry na lang daw siya pag paubos na yung pulburon supply. Grabe kayo.